Hello, please come in. Welcome to Celestial Sleep Research Centre. My name's Marina and I'm one of the lead researchers here. Thank you so much for coming in for one of our sleep studies today. You are helping contribute to vitally important research. So today I will start by asking you a number of questions about your sleep habits, and then we will send you to one of our sleeping pods to monitor your sleep. How does that sound? Great. So I'll just get the form up, and the first one is just going to be about general information about yourself, if that's okay. So could you just confirm your first and last name, please? Yeah. Fantastic, thank you so much. And your date of birth, please? Great. And what is your address, please? Okay, thank you. And what is your home phone number or whatever contact number you prefer? Thank you. And your email address? Great. And could you just confirm your GP details, please? Fantastic, thank you. And as part of this, we asked you before coming here to do a few measurements. We can retake them now if required, but do you know your height and weight? Yeah? Okay, perfect. That makes it a lot easier. Fantastic. So we're now ready to go into a bit more detailed questions about your sleep. So these questions may include questions about things that happen whilst you're asleep. So I believe we kind of informed you that you should kind of speak to any partners who are around to see if they can comment and tell you kind of before coming to do these questions on what you're doing when you're sleeping. So such as a sleeping partner, parent or friend, you've spoken to someone. Fantastic, great. It's just, a lot easier if you've got that kind of feedback from them as well. So you can answer these questions fully, but that's fantastic. So I'll start just by asking, have you had any excessive weight gain or weight loss in the last 6 months? And if so, could you please give me a bit more detail about that? Okay. And can you give me the name of any medical diseases or illnesses which you have at present or you've had in the last month, or if you haven't had any as well, you can comment on that. Thank you. And then can you tell me the details of any treatment or medication which you're currently taking or you have had in the last month, and that includes sleeping medication? Great, thank you. And can you tell me, do you have a history of epilepsy, fits or seizures? And do you have frequent coughs, colds or allergies? And do you smoke any cigarettes? And if you do, could you tell me how many per day? Do you take any other substances at all? And if so, could you tell me what and how often? And do you drink any caffeinated drinks? So, for example, tea, coffee, cola, and if so, could you tell me how many you have per day? Okay, sure, thank you. And what is your occupation? Okay, that sounds really interesting. And then what would you say is your main sleep problem? And how long have you had it? Okay, fantastic. Thank you for telling me that. Now I'm going to go on to the next section of this questionnaire. And in this section, what we want to know is about your present sleeping habits. So based on the questions I ask you now, your answers should really be based on your sleeping habits during the last month only. Does that all make sense? Yeah? Okay, let me know if you've got any questions throughout as well. I can repeat questions as well if you're not too sure. So first of all, how many other people sleep in the same room as you? And on average, how long does it take you to fall asleep? Okay. And when you are in bed awake, what do you think about? So, do you think about trying to fall asleep, family matters, work, college, school, anything else? Just let me know. Okay. And do you do anything in bed to help you to get to sleep, such as relaxation exercises, counting, lying still, reading, watching TV, listening to the radio, using earplugs, or anything else? And how often do you have trouble getting off to sleep? Would you say never, less than once a month, about once a month, 2 or 4 times a month, many times a week, or daily? Okay. Sure. And what do you do if you can't get to sleep? For example, do you get up, watch TV in bed, lie in the dark? And do you get out of bed when you can't sleep? And if you get out of bed, what do you do once you're up? Do you get annoyed or angry when you can't sleep? And before you fall asleep at night, do your legs feel achy at all? Do you have to move them about in the bed? Do you have to get out of the bed to ease your aching legs? Okay. And then how often do you wake in the night? So would you say never, less than once a month, about once a month, 2 or 4 times a month, many times a week, or daily? And how many times do you usually wake each night? And how long does it usually take to fall asleep again? Do you say a few minutes, up to half an hour, up to 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours, or more than 2 hours? Okay. And what do you do before getting back to sleep again? Do you, for example, go to the toilet, watch TV, read, or anything else? And do you ever sleep in unusual positions? And if so, could you describe them? And if you sleep poorly, how does that affect you the next day? And does a poor night's sleep affect your concentration, memory, or ability to work? And how long would you like to sleep for each night, ideally? And how long are you sleeping for on average? Okay. And how long do you think normal people of your age sleep for each night? Okay, sure. So we are now at the third part of this questionnaire, and I just wanted to say that some people sleep differently during the week than on holidays or weekends. So the following questions are about how you've been sleeping during the weekends, but also at the weekends and holiday. So I would say base your answers on your sleep over the last 1 month. And we can kind of talk about the differences between weekend and weekdays and things like that. Yeah? Okay, so what time do you start getting ready for bed in the weekdays, first of all? Okay. And how about weekends or holidays? Okay. And then what time do you usually go to bed on weekdays? Okay, and then weekends or holidays? Okay. And what time do you usually go to sleep on the weekdays? Okay, and weekends or holidays? What time do you usually wake up at on weekdays? And how about weekends or holidays? Do you have to be woken up by a clock in the morning? So that could be someone else or an actual physical alarm clock. So how about on weekdays? Okay. And on weekends or holidays? Do you usually wake up in the morning well rested during weekdays? How about on weekends or holidays? Do you usually wake up in the morning feeling quite tired in weekdays? How about on weekends or holidays? Do you usually wake up in a bad mood on weekdays? How about on weekends or holidays? Do you usually wake up in a good mood on weekdays? How about weekend and holidays? And do you take naps during the day on weekdays? And if so, how long do you nap for and what time usually? Okay. And how about on weekend and holidays? Okay. Fantastic, thank you. Now I want to ask you some questions about your family's sleep and also treatments for sleep problems which you may have tried. So can I just start by asking, Have you ever had advice of treatment for your sleep? And if so, can you tell me a little bit more about it? Okay. And would you say that this advice was helpful? And are other members of the family affected by your sleep pattern at all? And if so, could you describe who and how they are affected? Okay. And has anyone on either side of the family had any sleep problems such as nightmares, sleepwalking, night terrors, or anything else? Okay. And is there anything else about your sleep or anything else that you think is important that we haven't mentioned today? So thank you for answering all those questions. It's now time to monitor your sleep habits in real time. So my colleague here, Alice, has prepared one of our sleeping pods for you to rest in. So what we do is we will have this already. Alice will be waiting for you in the sleep pod. If you just want to go into the changing room to put on some more comfortable clothes, and then she will talk to you about the next part of the study here today. It's been really lovely meeting you, and I really appreciate you participating in this study, and I hope everything goes well. Okay, thank you so much.